Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys just woke up, about to prepare for work. I saw a slew of videos in regards to LeBron James and Charles Barkley pretty much clapping back, at each other. So, to be honest with you, I'm going to voice my opinion on everybody from Stephen A. Smith and, LeBron James and Charles Barkley. Okay. Now, I heard the First Take interview. Shout out to 78. I heard pretty much the whole interview, what Stephen A. Smith had to say. And what I heard what Charles Barkley had to say. I went and listened to Undisputed, what Shannon Sharp had to say. And I listened to the messages that LeBron James sends towards Charles Barkley and everything Charles Barkley been saying about LeBron James. This has been going on for years. With Charles Barkley attacking LeBron James. Now, some of the stuff Charles Barkley has been right about LeBron James, and some of the stuff he isn't. Now, as far as LeBron James clapping back, hey, he's a man. He have every right to defend himself. Every right. Now, I want to get to Stephen A. Smith right quick. Stephen A. Smith, of course, said that LeBron James was dead wrong for what he said about Charles Barkley, the gambling, throwing somebody through a window, spitting on the kid. No. LeBron was completely within his right to criticize Charles Barkley. He did not go too far and saying that LeBron James got too personal. But wait a minute. Now, let me tell you what a hypocrite Stephen A. Smith is. Isn't this the same Stephen A. Smith who lashed out at Kevin Durant for calling him a liar when there was rumors about Kevin Durant leaving Oklahoma City to possibly join the Lakers, and Kevin Durant said that Stephen A. Smith is a liar and he doesn't know what he's talking about? Stephen A. Smith, isn't this the same nigga that said, oh, you don't want me to come to these arenas because I can find out more in 5 minutes what most people can find out. And you don't want me to start telling what I know and heard about. So this dude threatened to do the same thing to Kevin Durant. He threatened to tell Kevin Durant's personal business. Basically snitch. So let me get this straight. It's okay for you to talk about somebody's personal business, or personal issues outside of basketball, but it isn't okay for LeBron to basically say what he said about Charles Barkley. Okay, that doesn't make any kind of sense. Okay, Stephen A. Smith just proved what a hypocrite he is. Now, I'm going to say this, and I want to make this very clear. Shout out to the brother Sandy Walton. I don't hate LeBron James at all. And despite some of his antics, I think LeBron James is a great player. He is in the top 15, top 10 when his career is said and done. That ever did it. His numbers speaks for themselves. The problem that I had with LeBron is just some of the side shit he be doing. The shit he did to Draymond Green was bitch made. They wanted an advantage so they could get back in that series because they was all but beat. And, I know the referees are not going to. That wasn't his place. That was dry snitching. And whether you Cleveland Cavalier fans like it or not, it was dry snitching. It was weak. That was kind of cowardly. No, it was cowardly what LeBron James did. It was cowardly straight up. You try to win. You know what I'm saying? They got an advantage from the NBA. Whether you like it or not, whether you Cleveland fan, want to accept it. He begged the NBA to suspend them. Okay? He begged them. He begged the NBA to suspend Draymond Green. Come on, man. That was whack. Y'all got to accept the truth about that shit. That was one of the most chicken shit things I ever seen. You had everybody. You had Kyrie Irving. You had Kevin Love. Y'all should have wanted to go man up to see could y'all beat that Warriors team. Your team against that team. You got an unfair advantage. The Warriors' momentum got stolen, and then Cleveland ended up winning that series. It was whack. Because all it takes is one game and you could take a team out of a series. It happened with the Oakland A's in '88. When Kirk Gibson hit that home run, in the ninth inning to beat the A's in that World Series, the A's momentum Dennis Eckley collapsed. The A's momentum just went in the stands with that home run. And the Dodgers end up winning that World Series. But that's what I'm saying. Okay? And then some other things I didn't like about LeBron. I got to keep it 100, man. One of the things that bothered me about LeBron James, man, he never participated in the slam dunk contest. Me and Ticket talked about that on Uncut quite a bit because I felt he owed it to the fans to do it. And whether you think the slam dunk contest is meaningless or whatever, some of the greatest NBA players that ever played the game participate in the slam dunk contest. Michael Jordan did 2 or 3 of them. Dominique Wilkins did like 3 or 4 of them. Kobe Bryant was in one. And they kept asking LeBron James to do it, and he refused to do it. Nobody cared whether LeBron James lost or not. It was just for the love of the game. And we all know they would have fixed it to where LeBron James could win. Okay, let's just cut the shit. Let's keep it real. That's some of the problems that I had with LeBron James. I would be a liar if I said he wasn't a great player. And then some of the other issues I had with LeBron, just like the game with Dallas. LeBron James had no business scoring 23 points. Those are the type of games where you say, look, man, give me the motherfucking ball. I'm going to put this team on my back. And this is why some people have criticized him. Sometimes he doesn't live for the moment. Kyrie Irving is a great player, but let's just face the fact, that's LeBron's team. They had no business losing to Dallas. Like I said, everybody has a hiccup game every once in a while. That's a game they should have beat Dallas. It's no excuse for them to lose that game. Now, I could see if LeBron James had 50 points and they still lost, but LeBron didn't even attempt to try to take over that game. And this is some of the problems that certain people have had with him, because sometimes he doesn't try to take over games when he has the capability to do it. And then when people say that about LeBron James, then here come these fucking Cavs fans or LeBron James fan. Oh, man, why you hating on LeBron James? Look, say what you want to say about Kobe Bryant. Yes, Kobe Bryant was a notorious ball hawk, but hey, Kobe Bryant, in these type of games, he'd say, give me the damn ball. Michael Jordan would be like, give me the damn ball. And see, this is what separates and keeps LeBron out of that conversation with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. LeBron James should have asked for the ball. And he's done this throughout his career. You say you the best player on the planet, prove it. Show it. Show why you the best player on the planet. And that's the problem that I've always had with LeBron. Sometimes he'd do that shit. Not take over the game when we all know he could. But like I said, I don't have a problem with LeBron James. I don't dislike LeBron James. Now, get into Charles Barkley. I do think Charles Barkley is excessively critical of LeBron James. It get to a point to where he just hates the dude, and he acts like he doesn't like LeBron James. Now, the thing about Charles Barkley, whether people say it's unfair and it shouldn't get through in his face about how he didn't win nothing, it's true. Charles Barkley didn't win shit. And really, he in no position to criticize LeBron James about, trying to recruit all the players in the league. But to me, I do think that gets on people's nerves because it do seem like LeBron James want all the damn best players to play with him. It's almost like he doesn't believe he can actually do it on his own. He always has to have, he always has to have a future Hall of Famer playing alongside him to get the job done. Where it's almost like he doesn't believe in himself like he could do it on his own. And there's been times where he just didn't show that he was the man. But he called himself the king and he called himself the best player on the planet. Well, sometimes, man, you have to prove it. Now, like I said, Charles Barkley didn't win shit. And Charles Barkley, at times, would come into camps fat and out of shape. This is documented. This is no secret that Charles Barkley would come into camp, mini camp, out of shape. And he would have to work his way and play his way back into basketball shape. This is fact. Shaquille O'Neal did it too, but Shaquille O'Neal had won 4 rings at the time. He started like not really coming into camp in shape. Look how Shaquille O'Neal looks now. And it's funny, people seem to forget that Charles Barkley tried to go play on a super team with 3 future Hall of Famers when he joined the Houston Rockets. Keep in mind, he went to go play with Hakeem Olajuwon, Scottie Pippen, and Clyde Drexler. All 3 of those dudes went to the Hall of Fame on the first ballot. And if I'm not mistaken, all of them are on the top 50 greatest players ever list. So, go figure. So, it's hypocritical of him to kind of say that because he did the same thing. Now, he tries to pull that, oh, well, we were older then, we were past our prime. But, hey, you still tried to do it. So, you can't say anything about LeBron James. I can. But you tried to do it. Whether it failed or not, which, by the way, you were, one John Stockton 3-pointer away from going to play Michael Jordan in the Bulls. So, hey, you can't really go in on LeBron like you want to. To be honest with you, like I said, I think this thing with Charles Barkley is personal. He has a personal dislike towards LeBron. But as far as LeBron clapping back, I don't blame LeBron. He has a right. And he can say whatever the fuck he want to say about Charles Barkley. And he didn't hit Charles Barkley below the belt. Because, see, here's the thing. It's the same thing what some of us go through on YouTube. How you get some of these clowns that get fixated and they start making videos about you. Now, most of the time you ignore them because you don't want to give them any attention. But then it get to the point to where they cross the line to the point to where you feel like, hey, I have to clap back. I've had that with quite a few people on here. Now, like I've said before, it's okay for people to say what they want to say about you. But then as soon as you say something about them, then they trying to play the victim. Then, are they trying to say, oh, you're sensitive? Well, you must be sensitive too because you sitting up making videos about me. I seem to be on your radar. And a lot of times I don't even be thinking about these motherfuckers. These dudes try to take it to the gutter. They start talking about your kids and all that type of shit. Me, myself, I try to talk about the individual. But then, you know what I'm saying? I try not to bring people's wives and their family into it and shit. But then you had people sitting up bringing up my kid. Don't even know nothing about my kid. So I kind of understand. After a while, you do have to respond to shit. You do have to clap back. And that's pretty much what LeBron James did. He did pretty much something that anybody would have did. After a while, man, you get tired of people fucking with you. So sometimes you have to respond. It is what it is, man. I'm out.